Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Brett Cummins. Already some rain making it into western parts of the state, and our forecast first shows that will continue to intensify through tonight. 7 p.m. at that 30%, 40% by 10 o'clock tonight. There's also some severe weather out to our west. Will that make it into the state? We'll tell you where and how long it'll last in a little bit. Your news starts now.
You're watching KARK News 4 Arkansas at 5.
This home broken into without any damage or threats to the homeowner. In fact, the thieves just walked right in. Some of the things that you need to know is our top story for Wednesday, May 8th, 2002. Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm Bob Clausen. This is News 4 Arkansas at 5.
I'm Denise Whitaker. Thanks for joining us this evening. We certainly hear about it from time to time. Criminals look for the easy targets.
That's what happened early this morning in West Little Rock when someone broke into a home without ever having to break anything. News 4 Arkansas' Ernie Paulson's following this story. Hey, Ernie.
Hey, Bob, Denise, many of us have garage door openers we keep in our cars. Well, that's not a good idea, but if you are going to keep one in your ride, at the very least, lock your car. The Langfords went to bed with their garage door down.
She kind of nudges me and she says, Jack, I think somebody's in the house. And I heard these footsteps, and I just kind of sneaked up to the door, hoping maybe I could either catch him or scare him or get a look at this guy.
But whoever it was gone.
From what the police are telling me, the way these guys operate is...
They look for an unlocked car with a garage door opener and go in through the garage. In Jack's case, the door to his house was open.
I mean, there was somebody you don't know that's unwelcome guest in your house, and they got in here easily. That's what's really scary.
People need to be aware of these modern conveniences can open a door for criminals.
And even though they left more than they took, Jack knows.
It could have been a lot worse. We got lucky. I mean, what if they were looking for something more than money?
Jack didn't get a look at who broke into his house, but he says whoever it was took off in a tan four-door Suburban. So that's something for everyone to keep your eye out for. And again, if you have a garage opener, police say just do not keep it in your car. It's just not a good idea because these crimes are becoming more and more common.
And lock the door to the house. That's also important.
Always.
Thanks, Ernie.
Ernie, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. And here's some old advice police say you can go ahead and throw out. It was once recommended that anything of value in your car should be locked in the trunk. But because most cars have buttons that open the trunk from inside, police say trunks are just no longer off limits to crooks. Like Sergeant Hastings said, modern conveniences can open a lot of doors for the bad guys.
A police officer is charged with manslaughter in the shooting death of a Hot Springs man. News 4 Arkansas's Jeremy Finley is following the story and joins us with the latest. Jeremy?
Well, Denise, Hot Springs police officer Grant Glover was charged today in the January shooting of his friend Frank Lewis. Officer Glover tells investigators he accidentally shot Lewis in the face with his pistol while he was off duty. Investigators say blood samples show that the officer had been drinking that night. His blood alcohol level at the time was 0.06. 0.08 is considered to be legally drunk. Investigators say the officer had no business pointing a loaded weapon after he had been drinking, but there is no evidence to show it was murder.
There was absolutely no argument between the two individuals. There were no hard feelings. There was no fight of any kind.
Now, Glover tells police Lewis wanted to see his pistol. That's when the gun went off. A woman was with the two at the time of the shooting. They were all at Officer Glover's house. She tells authorities there wasn't an argument that night, but she did not actually see the shooting. Officer Glover has now been suspended without pay. He's been on administrative leave with pay until now. Now, this is drawing strong reaction from Frank Lewis's family, as well as the attorney for Officer Glover. We'll have that part of the story coming up at 6. Denise?
We'll see you then. They hit the pavement every day of the year to help keep you safe. Today, more than 60 state troopers and civilian employees received special honors for their hard work and dedication. For the first time, the families of 16 troopers killed in the line of duty also received special medals in their honor.
And unfortunately, too many of them die in line of duty. And I think it's only appropriate that we recognize those and their families and make sure that they're not forgotten.
State Police also honored this year's Trooper of the Year, Daniel Sanderson.
A day of action for members of the airline and railroad industry. A rally was held today to raise public awareness of the efforts that these workers are making to make sure the transportation system is safe. That's since 9/11. From flight attendants to ticket agents, they say that they want you to know your safety is a top priority.
Instead of putting stamped letters in your mailbox this weekend, help stamp out hunger by putting food there. The National Association of Letter Carriers announced its Stamp Out Hunger food drive this morning at Clinton Elementary School. You can help feed the hungry in Arkansas by leaving a bag of non-perishable food by your mailbox on Saturday. Your postal carrier will take it with and leave your mail behind. Kids at Clinton Elementary already are ahead of the game. They collected 3,783 pounds today at their school. Good job, guys. There's already a huge truckload of food headed to the Arkansas Food Bank. You may have donated some of this food, which weighs 3,205 pounds. Danny Joe Crawford from 103.7 The Buzz held a bet in getting people to donate food for the food bank.
Crashing their goal, smashing it, I should say.
They tripled their goal because they were trying to get 1,037 pounds. Yeah.
Work well done. It is a network of monitors delivering the latest weather information, and we are adding another one to our growing list.
Weather for Arkansas's Perella Lewis joins us from Camden to help launch our newest WeatherNet site.
That's right. It's at the Camden Career Center. It's kind of interesting because since we've been doing this, we're usually greeted by a lot of the younger students and the parents and teachers and principals. This is actually a little bit more mature crowd, junior high students and a little bit above, that we're going to be talking to. And also, in case you haven't noticed, this is actually housed inside of the radio station where they actually use the WeatherNet to help forecast the weather and alert the community to any bad weather coming and, of course, the current conditions. And we'll be talking to somebody from the Camden Career Center coming up at 6 o'clock. In the meantime, though, I know you're probably interested at home to see what the forecast is going to look like. So Chief Meteorologist Brett Cummins is here with your forecast first. Brett?
Thanks a lot, Perella. Those WeatherNet sites across the state may come in handy a little bit later on tonight and through tomorrow as we have some rain and thunderstorms on the way. But the cool down for Friday getting even cooler in our forecast first. Take a look at it. Chance of rain at 40 to 50% through tonight and tomorrow. Some thunderstorms as well, some of which could be severe. 68 the high on Friday, 80 degrees for Saturday. We warm back into the mid-80s on Sunday and bring back another chance of rain. Much more details on the chance of severe weather and what you can expect through your weekend and beyond a little later. Bob and Denise?
Up next, the college student accused of putting pipe bombs in mailboxes confessed.
Investigators saying that they got some help from the suspect's dad. The latest on the case when News 4 Arkansas continues.
News 4 Arkansas, sponsored by Russell Chevrolet and by Ashley's Home Center. News.
Y'all ready for this? Ready for the choices. Something rugged, something powerful. It's Toyota's nationwide summer event featuring our tough trucks, like the bruising Toyota Tundra. It's time to trade up to the truck so tough it was named the safest ever tested by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. Tundra, now with $2,000 cash back on V8 models, or pocket $500 cash back on a tough-as-nails Tacoma pickup.
Y'all ready for this?
Get the Toyota you've been wanting now. We're ready. Are you?
Don't deny yourself the right to the best source of free legal information out there. The KARK Law Line, 501-340-4LAW. When you call the KARK Law Line, you'll get information and answers on topics such as insurance claims, medical malpractice, personal injury, and more. The KARK Law Line is your connection to legal questions and issues. 501-340-4LAW.
A community service of KARK TV and Gary Eubanks and Associates.
This summer, dare to compare at Northland Hyundai with no pay till Labor Day on every new car. Buy now, take the summer off. Accents just $79.95. That's under $8,000 for Accents. Elantra's at $10,995. And Sonata beats Camry at under $16,000. Plus, get America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and no payments all summer. No pay till Labor Day. Only at Northland Hyundai, I-67 at the McCain Mall. Northland Hyundai, dare to compare.
When I tell a patient that I know how he feels, it's because I do. When I tell a family member what to expect, it's because I know. When I tell someone fighting heart disease that I understand their concerns, their questions, their fears, it's because I've experienced them all. And when I tell them that Arkansas Heart Hospital is where I would be if I needed care, it's because it was. Arkansas Heart Hospital, the heart hospital.
Power, durability, these are the things that drive you, like the Chevy Silverado. With more available V8 horsepower than any half-ton extended cab from Ford or Dodge. And with over 1,500 pounds of payload capacity, it not only pulls its own weight, it gives you something to build on. The 2002 Silverado, Now with 1.9% APR or $2,000 cash back. See your local Chevy dealer.
You're watching KARK with Denise Whitaker and Bob Clausen. This is News 4 Arkansas at 5.
FBI documents say the college student accused of planting pipe bombs in mailboxes admitted to it.
21-year-old Luke Helder used a map to show agents where he placed bombs in 5 different states. Officers caught up with Helder last night in Nevada after they chased him for 40 miles. A tip from Helder's dad led to the nationwide manhunt. A letter to his father contained several anti-government comments, including the phrase, "Mailboxes are exploding." Helder makes his first court appearance yet this evening.
The cost of fighting the war on terrorism is now in the billions of dollars. The Pentagon's chief financial officer says the military has spent more than $12 billion since September. At the Pentagon today, a drill simulating a chemical weapons attack, complete with smoke, hazmat crews, and mock victims. Pentagon officials say the drill in no way indicates an increased threat to their building. In fact, today's drill was planned before September 11th. And a podium used by President Bush to address the nation after the September 11th attacks is heading to the Smithsonian. The podium was accidentally sold as surplus property for $75 to a high school in Arkansas City. The Department of Defense will pick up the podium tomorrow.
You've seen the commercials and actually seen it tested here on our Does It Work segment. The device promises a rock-hard stomach using an electronic belt and no exercise. But the government says it's an absolute fake. The Federal Trade Commission filed advertising complaints against several ab belt makers. The FTC says promises that the devices are completely safe are misleading. The companies that market those devices say they're selling a complete system of diet and exercise, not just a gadget.
If you remember anything from the Mary Tyler Moore Show, aside from the Chuckles the Clown episode, it's probably her famous hat toss in the opening credits.
That memorable moment was immortalized with a 9-foot-tall statue of Mary Richards in Minneapolis. Mary Tyler Moore helped with the unveiling this morning at the downtown intersection where the hat toss took place.
And it's exclusive to Weather for Arkansas, and as you've seen earlier, it continues to grow. Our neighborhood WeatherNet network across the state. Perella joins us live from Camden with the very latest.
That's right, Brett. It's very, very interesting because I've never been to a neighborhood WeatherNet site where they actually housed it inside of a radio station and then used it to actually benefit the community. Well, we'll be talking about more of what I'm talking about at 6 o'clock. But for those of you that are wondering, when is it going to cool down and when is it finally going to rain? We're going to answer those questions when Weather for Arkansas continues. But first, here's a look at your almanac.
Russell Chevrolet as your family dealership. And while other dealers talk about service, you know us as the only Chevy dealer to actually receive the highest award for customer satisfaction. Now we bring you the Ironclad Guarantee. Russell Chevrolet will absolutely beat any advertised price, guaranteed. So at Russell Chevrolet, you get the award-winning service you deserve and the guaranteed low price you need. So hustle to Russell, the family dealership.
Our children, so innocent and so vulnerable. In 2001, Mark Pryor helped pass the Computer Crime Act so local law enforcement can arrest internet pornographers who prey on our children. Mark Pryor, tough, experienced, the record of a leader guided by values of faith, family, and principle. Mark Pryor, protecting our families, doing right by Arkansas.
Save big! Ferguson Furniture in Benton announces an incredible offer. New inventory is rolling in and we're overstocked, so we've cut prices up to 50% on everything in the store, including the brand new solid wood collections by Kincaid. Come browse through one of the largest selections of high-quality Lazy Boy home furnishings in the state with prices reduced up to 50%. Add up your savings, then buy with no money down and no payments for 1 year. Now is the time to buy. Now is the time to save at Ferguson Furniture next to the Walmart Supercenter in Benton.
Crawfish is back at Popeyes. Get a big basket of Cajun crawfish or new crispy crawfish etouffee. Both served with a biscuit starting at $4.49.
Now, your neighborhood forecast with Chief Meteorologist Brett Cummins and Perella Lewis. This is Weather for Arkansas.
And welcome back to Weather for Arkansas at the Camden Career Center, where we're kicking off yet another neighborhood WeatherNet, or debuting a site we've actually been using for the last couple of weeks, where we thought we'd come and show you and talk to some of the people here at 6 o'clock, show you exactly where we're getting our information from. Let's take a look at some live neighborhood WeatherNet conditions from Camden, and you can clearly see it was as hot here in South Arkansas as it was throughout the rest of the state. Currently 87 degrees, the high 88, winds continuing to be out of the south, although relatively calm and not very breezy today as it has been the last couple of days. Your extended forecast is showing a slightly cooler picture and a chance for rain as early as tomorrow. But you'll notice by Friday, things actually dry out and cool down just a little bit, which is good news. Then we start to warm up and, well, the roller coaster starts again. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Satellite radar showing a little bit of rain off to the northwestern part of the state. This is just ahead of a cold front that will actually make its way into the state finally as we head into tomorrow. But due to our south winds, it's helping to make the atmosphere nice and moist and unstable, and it's really setting the stage for a fairly significant amount of rain by tomorrow. Something else we'll talk about in just a second. Regionally, though, you can see if you look way to the left-hand corner of your screen, slightly cooler temperatures. Now, again, it's not going to drop our temperatures to the 50s or 60s. We'll just finally be a little bit more like spring. And on top of that, our winds are going to shift to the north. So in essence, it's going to feel really, really good. Currently across the state, still kind of muggy. 82 in Russellville, 74 in Harrison, 84 in Stuttgart, and 86 in Monticello. In Little Rock, you'll notice it is equally as warm, 83 degrees. Dew points and humidity are high, and our south to southeast winds continue, although relatively calm at the moment. Here to take you through the rest of your work week, including your weekend, is Chief Meteorologist Brett Cummins.
Thanks a lot, Perella. We can also show you the live conditions on our live forecast Doppler radar, as well as our live neighborhood WeatherNet sites. And we'll take you to the radar right now out to western Arkansas, from Waldron up toward the Fort Smith area around Ozark and upwards into Madison County, getting in on some light activity at this moment, and also some embedded moderate showers and thunderstorms will continue to increase in intensity and aerial coverage through the next little while, something we're going to be showing you here on our regional radar perspective. As a matter of fact, the past 6 hours, the bulk of the activity was across eastern Oklahoma back into southwestern Missouri. As the heating of the day progressed, though, take a notice off to our west and our southwest and our northwest. 3 tornado watch boxes in effect now. Some really nice supercells just blowing up out across the central and southern plains, and some of that will move toward us, although I think it will cluster a bit before it gets into Arkansas a little bit later on tonight. One band of showers, as we mentioned, now really showing up very well in our forecast track. Here's the cold front, also the dry line, also an area of low pressure. We call that the triple point, and it's going to continue to push to the east and to the northeast quite rapidly tonight and set off more showers and more thunderstorms across northern parts of Arkansas, also southern parts of Missouri through tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. The front continues to push to the southeast, and by tomorrow at 7 p.m. across southeastern Arkansas, our winds will shift around to the northwest, bringing in cooler and drier air thanks to high pressure sitting right on top of Kansas City. As we go through Friday morning into the noon hour, the front pushes on to around the I-20 corridor, but it will back to the north on Saturday, giving us another chance of showers and a few thunderstorms, especially in the morning hours and again on Sunday. Moderate risk of severe weather across much of Oklahoma, Kansas, back into western parts of Missouri through tonight. We're under a slight risk across northwestern parts of the state. 70 will be the low in the metro. More muggy weather just going to continue at least one more night. 40% chance of showers and storms. Mostly cloudy again tomorrow. High temperature at 79 some locations. South Arkansas will make it into the mid-80s tomorrow as the front pushes on through. Here's your extended forecast again. 40% tomorrow. Some of that lingers into early Friday morning in southeast Arkansas. Otherwise, we're looking at cloudy skies and much cooler. 68 the best we can do. These high temperatures for Friday just keep falling. 58 will be the morning low. 80, though, as a warm front moves back across the state Saturday. Chance of some showers early, then returning again on Sunday into Monday. And really not that bad. Sunday, about the warmest day in our extended forecast at 84 degrees. So we're going to have several cold fronts actually come through and kind of keep us a little lower, a little more moderation going on.
That's okay.
80s. Yeah, I think we'll like it.
Great.
All right, Brett, thanks very much.
Yeah.
We're definitely into wearing lighter colors and cooler fabrics these days. What did you do with all your dark wool clothing? Tune into News 4 Arkansas at 6 to learn how to keep the moths from eating up your winter wardrobe while you're out enjoying the sun.
An Arkansas program has the attention of some doctors from Australia.
It's a program to help mothers beat drug addiction. There's nothing like it in Australia. One doctor from Down Under is here in the natural state so that we can learn more.
We're going to talk to her live right after this.
First, Pizza Hut brought you the $4 deal.
Regular price $4, $4, $4, $4.
Then there was the return of the $4 deal.
Regular price $4, $4, $4, $4.
Now, after years of exhaustive research, deep thought, and reflection, Pizza Hut is proud to bring you the return of the $4 deal.
How much for a supreme and a pepperoni and a sausage and a green pepper?
Regular price $4, $4, $4, $4.
Order any medium or large piping hot, fully loaded Pizza Hut pizza for regular price. Get up to 4 more mediums for
$4.
But hurry, you never know what we'll think of next. The return of the $4 deal. Only at Pizza Hut.
Herb, there's a grasshopper on our lawn.
If only that were true, Alice.
It's mowing, Herb.
The grasshopper trims while it mows, Alice. With 0 turn radius, handy attachments. Cut my mowing time in half.
He's finished, Herb.
He who, Alice?
See why a grasshopper should be your next mower at your nearby dealer.
I think it's time you switch to decaf.
Grasshopper, first to finish, built to last.
How good are the haircutting pros at Supercuts? Just look what they did for my team. Hey, Super Team, Supercuts. Supercuts. Racing never looks so good. For a Supercut, come see the trained stylists at Supercuts and follow driver Kerry Earnhardt this racing season.
The freedom to explore with help at the moment you need it. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, expert knowledge, design advice, and all the comfort of home. It's that time of year again. Pick a pair season. Pick any 2 fabulous Lazy Boy chairs for one low price. Only at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries.
When you're on the go as much as this guy, you don't have time to worry about your calling plan. With Singular Nation, never pay long distance, never pay roaming. It's that simple. Sign up with Singular Nation and get 3,500 bonus minutes. Singular Wireless. What do you have to say?
You're watching News 4 Arkansas, awarded Best Newscast by the Associated Press.
It's tough to pick up the pieces after drug addiction.
But that's exactly what the Arkansas Cares program is helping mothers do. Arkansas Cares was developed by the Department of Psychiatry at UAMS to help drug-abusing mothers turn their lives and their children's lives around. Now the program has caught the attention of doctors down under. Dr. Barbara Denton from Melbourne, Australia, joining us now live to talk about this. Good evening, doctor.
Hi there.
So first question is, how did you hear about this program all the way on the other side of the planet?
Well, I read it in a journal. I was doing research into the area of drug-using parents with kids, and I found this article in a journal, and I read about the ARCARES program, and here I am.
I was going to say, reading about it, not quite enough. You had to come here. Certainly, you weren't disappointed.
No, I'm finding it great. I love the program. I think this program is unique because this program centres on the children. It sees the child as a client, and they have lots of help and lots of treatment programs to help the child.
Certainly in your country there must be a need for a program like this. If so, how many people there would benefit?
That's right. Back home, our drug sector hasn't quite found the total family. We have programs for males and for females and for youth, but we haven't quite found the child yet.
It's one of those things. Were you somewhat amazed to find out that there was a program this progressive out there? One you hadn't heard of yet?
Oh, well, once I started reading the work, you know, I found different types of models and programs in the UK and the US.
And
Where
I
is
think
it?
She just lost her earpiece.
Oh, what a shame.
Dr. Denton, I know she can't hear us, but thanks very much for joining us.
If you need radiation treatment for cancer, you'll want to know about a new therapy. Central Arkansas Radiation Therapy Institute, or CARTI, became one of the first in the country to offer IMRT, intensity modulated radiation therapy. It focuses radiation beams to target only tumorous cells, not the healthy tissue surrounding the cancer. This new technology helps treat prostate, breast, lung, and other types of cancers. It's available in Little Rock and North Little Rock and should be available in other parts of the state by the end of the summer.
Only one NBA playoff game on tap tonight.
Only one afternoon game in the majors. Stay tuned for Sports Rush.
When the power goes out, who do you turn to? Propane. Clean, efficient, exceptional energy. Visit usepropane.com.
Closed captioning for the hearing impaired is brought to you by Landers, Buick, Pontiac, GMC in Benton.
It's our annual Leather Roundup. Hey, move them out! Only at Ashley Furniture Home Store. We've rustled up more leather than a cattle ranch for this event. It's a stampede of savings. Every leather sofa is at factory direct prices. We challenge you to sit on one of our leather sofas for 8 seconds. That's all it'll take for you to feel the difference. For the best quality leather with a brand that will last, it's Ashley. When the dust settles, where are you going to be sitting? Ashley Furniture Home Store. You're gonna love our hides. You're gonna love this Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Introducing new Charmin Fresh Mates. Soft, flushable wipes. Now on a roll. Wet. Wet, but just barely, to help give you a fresh, clean feeling. The perfect companion for Charmin. New Charmin Fresh Mates. But just barely.
It's going, it's it all! Putney Chevrolet knocks high prices out of the ballpark with a tremendous home run savings event. $3,000 rebates on Cavaliers, Prisms, Trackers, and S10s at Putney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Slide into savings with $2,000 rebates on Suburbans, Tahoes, Blazers, Malibus, and Silverados. Or get low 1.9% financing. Home run rebates, home run savings at Putney Chevrolet. Gregory Street exit in Jacksonville.
Retirement should be a time to enjoy life, not a time to worry. That's exactly why Tim Hutchinson is fighting for a law that will give seniors the comfort of knowing their monthly Social Security benefits are guaranteed for life and a guarantee of a cost of living increase. And to make sure your pensions are safe, Tim Hutchinson has introduced the Pension Security Act. Tim Hutchinson, working hard to make sure your retirement is what it deserves to be. Fun. Tim Hutchinson, working hard for Arkansas.
And now, Sports Rush with Mark Rushing. This is Sports for Arkansas.
No doubt the Detroit Pistons have been one of the biggest surprises of the season, improving by leaps and bounds from last year, which obviously helped Rick Carlisle nab Coach of the Year honors. Now in tonight's lone playoff game, the Pistons, who won the first game, host the Celtics in the second game of their best-of-7 series. Tip-off set for a little after 7 o'clock. We'll hear from Corliss Williamson coming up at 6. Well, the Cubs' Kerry Wood dominated St. Louis yesterday, striking out 9 and holding the Cards to just 4 hits and a complete game shutout. Cardinals hoping for better luck against 0-5 Juan Cruz this afternoon. St. Louis did play to run in the top of the first, but Sammy Sosa erases any Cardinal joy with a 2-run shot, and after it leaves the park, check out the fan making the catch. Cool, dude. Nice snag. In the fourth, Mike DeFelice rips one past third and down the line, bringing home Edgar Renteria to tie the game at 2. And the Cards went on to take a 1-run lead before Cardinals third base coach Jose Oquendo objects to what he thought was a balk. But John Chulak says, get out of here. But the Cards get out of there with a 3-2 win. That's Sports Rush. I'll have more at 6.
One more look at weather this evening.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Yes, I'm right here. You don't need the earpiece.
All that, don't need that, do I?
That's unfair.
I'm sorry, that's just
That's rude.
It was my bad. Let's look at the extended forecast. All right, it's going to be great, folks. 70 tonight, 79 for tomorrow, 40% chance of some storms tonight and tomorrow. And then Friday's looking much cooler and still kind of cloudy too. 68 degrees, 80 for Saturday, 84 for Sunday. The weekend, at least the first part of it, not looking too bad at all.
It's a shame the doctor lost her earpiece. We all have custom-made ones, so we don't have to worry about it. Hers is not custom-made.
What are we going to hear from you a little bit later?
We're going to hear about a new golf course under construction. It's coming soon, and we'll get a little sneak peek.
Great.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us this evening for News for Arkansas at 5.
NBC Nightly News is up next, and of course, we'll see you back here at 6.